Hello, thank you for joining me today on my Blooming TV. It's going to be a special edition. I have with me here a guest in the house, and she's also a YouTube content creator, and the name of her YouTube channel is Abiolabygrace. You can call her Abby,
Abiola, or Abiolabygrace.
Today we are going to be making a very simple dish, and we'll have some live conversations.
Actually, yeah.
If you want to find out what we are going to be doing, I encourage you to
Keep watching.
and if you haven't subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. I'm also going to leave a link of her channel in my description box. Make sure you go check it out. So sit back, relax, enjoy. We're just going to go through what ingredients we're going to be using today. We'll be right back.
Alrighty.
So for our salmon fish pepper soup, you need pepper soup spice, and this spice is from Nigeria. I don't know the name of each one, but if you go to the market, you can just tell them to pick it out for you, or you can opt to buy the ones that are already blended. So yeah, I have 1 tablespoon of pepper soup spice, 1 tablespoon of chicken stock powder, or you can use any seasoning cube of your choice. Here we're going to say pepper to taste, so however hot you want it. Salt to taste, and I like to put fresh ginger in my pepper soup. We're going to blend that. And here I have 3 to 4 tablespoons of blended crayfish, and here we have 1 small onions. And I'm going to let my guest tell us the remaining ingredients we'll be using today.
Okay, and so this is 1 cup of steamed tomatoes, and of course the kale for garnishing, and of course our fish. And this is salmon fish. It's been washed and cleaned by our lovely auntie, my Blooming TV.
So make sure you clean your fish thoroughly, take out the gills, trim the fins. And we're going to start first of all by boiling the kale. I'm actually going to boil the kale. I don't know if you've ever added kale to your soup.
I didn't know.
We'll boil the kale with the onions, and then we'll blend that with ginger. So we're going to start with boiling that, and we'll be right back. We'll have a few minutes of conversation while that is getting ready for us. Sit back, relax, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So while our kale is boiling with the onions, we are going to start the conversation piece going. So what are we going to be talking about today?
Okay, before we get to what we're talking about, we have lots to talk about, but we'll just pick a particular segment because of time, you know. So, but before that, even, I actually want to appreciate you for this opportunity. You know, I've been looking forward to come taste your meal, and I'm glad I get to
send in your application.
You know, right? So I'm glad I get to taste this one. Okay. Yes. So now I just want I want you to talk about, you know, the face behind my Blooming TV.
Oh, we're talking about me.
First of all, and then, you know, what really prompted you starting the YouTube channel? I know you love cooking. You had that passion for, you know, doing things. You wear so many hats, of course. Yes. I just wanted to just share what really inspired this journey.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, really my inspiration for being a content creator on YouTube is born out of the passion to empower people. So empower children, youths, adults, students. I just felt like much more than people enjoying your food,
Showing the process.
Showing you how easy it is really key. So anybody can be a good cook if you just put your mind to it. And I have so many sides to me. So like I do crochet, faith, beauty. So it's just a way of empowering everyone out there and to be the best you can. And whatever you set your heart on, you can do it.
Yeah, I can actually attest to the cooking, like the process being so seamless and easy, like showing us how, you know, you can actually achieve this, you know, especially the oatmeal cookie. I think it was your last post or so, right? You know, seeing it, I'm like, okay, I can actually do this. Before that video, I was always like, see, just buy the already mixed one, you understand, right? But yeah, so yeah, you're doing a good job anyways.
Thank you very much.
That's good. So
yeah, okay. So before the next question, we're just going to quickly check on our kale and onions. And I think we'll just blend that with the ginger. All right. And then we'll be right back to the aroma. Assemble everything in the pot. Okay. So just before I go, what did you feel about putting kale in the pepper soup? Have you ever?
Do you know, have I ever tried? No. Okay, yes, I have. But I didn't think to boil it before putting it. Usually I just wash it off and then just put it in once the pepper soup is actually almost done. Okay. But so I'll actually try this recipe as well, this process. That's good. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning.
Okay, sit back, relax, and we'll if you're using the traditional spice, there are some of them you need to crush. Like, don't just blend everything. Like this one, you need to take off the back, the nutmeg. Take off the back of this one. And the thing is, if you don't do that, it ends up being too bitter. So just for you to know, so you don't just put everything in the blender and crush. So right now we are going to combine all the ingredients in the pot. I have my salmon in here. So while I'm doing that, what inspired Abiolabygrace?
Oh, Abiolabygrace. Anyways, you know, I'm a believer of, you know, having the positive content out there, positive vibes, because, you know, there's so much going on in our world, not just today, because that's already cliche, right? And you know, I want to be a part of someone who is spreading that positive thing, that positivity, you know.
For sure.
And for chat time, I mean, that's me just coming, you know, sharing. I blog, I'm a blogger, so I just share what I blog about. And also say I had conversations in the week that people don't want to film with me, so I just come on board to just film it myself and share my own view, right? And also the conversations, which is, this is also, you know, part of it, right? Just have my guests, you know, but right now I'm a guest on, on my Blooming TV. So, right, yeah, so that's also it. And of course, state of worship.
Yes, tell me about state of worship.
That was actually what birthed my channel. I'm so grateful to God for that, you know. I'm a worshiper, I'm a born worshiper. I love that. And, you know, and there's so much I feel, there's so much of God's presence, there's so much I get in the place of worship, and God just wants, you know, that to flow to people around me, and also to you, my viewers. You know, definitely, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. And another thing with YouTube though is, you know, you can actually do all those things on Instagram and the likes. Yes. But the thing about YouTube, the difference is that is the second, you know, is the second largest search engine platform. True. And the first one is even Google, which is also owned by YouTube. So if you put your things, your content, you know, things that you're teaching people, enlightening people on YouTube, it will be there for years. When people search on Google, you pop up, right? Yeah.
So just hold that thought right there.
Of course.
We are going to take this to the stove now.
It's so healthy.
It's amazing so already. Okay. So it's just like an all-in-one pot. Okay. So I've put everything in here. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to cook it. So this soup is really a light soup.
And what do you think? What can we have with this soup?
Good question. If you want to find out what you can have with this soup, keep watching. We'll be right back. And here we have it. Our pepper soup is ready.
Oh, yes.
I'll let my guest do the honors of trying it, and she can tell me what she thinks.
Okay.
We're gonna enjoy it with some iced tea.
Before I even tried it, so what else can we actually pair this with if you don't want to take it alone?
Okay, so if you don't want to have this soup alone, we call it pepper soup in Nigeria. Some of you call it light soup.
Okay.
So you can have it with rice, you can have it with any swallow of your choice. Some of you do fufu, pounded yam, eba, starch, amala. Some people even have it with yam, potatoes, plantain.
Do you put the yam in it? Or?
Yes, you can actually cook the yam with the pepper soup to absorb all the juice, or you can serve it on the side. So it really pairs well with a lot of dishes, and of course you can have it by itself, like we're gonna be doing tonight.
Oh yes.
So give it a try, and let's see.
Wow, I'm glad you actually invited me, sis. It is so nice.
Amazing.
You guys, this is very nice. You should try this out. I'm gonna try it out.
So for our final part of the conversation, what are we going to be talking about?
Maybe the struggles people have, like new YouTubers actually have, because you know there's so much work, you know, I mean doing this as well, I mean like there's so much work behind it, and I don't think so many people know that. So what are your struggles? What are the struggles you think, you know, you've had? Just a moment.
I think one of the biggest struggles is time constraints, like time constraints and consistency. Like I release videos twice a week, and being on top of it to create those videos, like you don't have time, because most of us have secular jobs, we have multiple jobs, so it's really to just find that balance and the time to create content. It takes a lot of time, effort, money, and so many different things.
Time factor, I can relate to that, because being a first-time mom and a new mom and having to juggle my baby and having to create my videos, of course it is actually a challenging one, but you know, because you know there's that pleasure, there's that passion you have for it, and then you're just ready to commit every single thing to it. So
especially when you're doing something you really enjoy. So if you're really passionate about it, I feel like it's a little bit easier to do compared to if you have to struggle with something you do not like that much. Any final questions? Any final thoughts?
Well, let's leave it to our viewers. Let them ask the questions. If there's anything else you want us to talk about, just leave your comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe as well. And then so from their questions, we'll get to make other videos for you guys. Okay?
Thank you so much for joining me today, Abiolabygrace. I want you to make sure you check out her channel, Abiolabygrace and State of Worship. It's an amazing channel with great content to uplift you spiritually, emotionally, and otherwise. And until next time on my Blooming TV, when I bring you another exciting episode, we're just gonna go now and enjoy our soup. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye.